Assalamu alaikum, family. What's good? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all having a blessed and wonderful day. Today is Thursday, the day that Allah has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We thank Allah for allowing us to see another day because without Allah, we don't have the fiber of our being. We can't do anything without Allah. So to Him, all praises are due. I hope you all have had a blessed and wonderful week thus far. And the likelihood that you haven't or you having one of those days, because we know that in this life, a little rain must fall. Always, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope and trust and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. We thank Allah for the good and the bad. So, getting to the topic for this video, just think about that plantation. I meant to talk about this earlier in the week, but I was busy, but I'm talking about it now. Last Friday, I believe it was, the Nottoway, is that how you say that? The Nottoway plantation in White Castle, Louisiana, burnt down. The main house. 64 rooms, 64 bedrooms, and like a huge banquet room, hallways, the whole nine. It burnt down. All praises due to Allah. Praise the Lord. And like Willie D said, I ain't got no problem with that. So I really don't have no problem with that. This I just found out before I got on hopped on here to talk about this. This um plantation was owned by a lawyer, some lawyer in Louisiana. He owned it, and he says that he's going. He hopes to rebuild. He hopes to rebuild this house of horrors. Literally, house of horrors. Horrors. He hopes to rebuild it. I hope it get burnt down again. Hope it's destroyed again. I hope it's beyond being rebuilt. I saw that it's temporarily closed, but 64 bedrooms. I can even fathom a house that has 64 bedrooms. I can't even fathom that. A huge um, banquet hall or dining room, whatever the hell. And what's crazy about this fire is that it burnt down a wing of the big house, just a part of the big house, not the whole thing. But embers sparked up and burnt the whole damn house down. It burnt a little portion of it down, but the embers sparked up and by the grace of God, burnt the whole mother effer down. So they just when they thought they put it out, they didn't put out the fire. Embers sparked and flames arose again. All praises due to Allah. God is good. And I say that because this was the largest, I didn't know this, but this was the largest plantation in the South. The largest plantation in the South. Large plantation. 64 bedrooms. And these devils had the gall to make this place a resort. I'm not making this up. This house of horrors, this plantation, where my ancestors, our ancestors, were beaten, raped, maimed, lynched, all sort of things. Their body parts sold as souvenirs This place was a resort. A resort. Could you imagine going to Auschwitz over in Poland? Or I think it's Germany, and it being a resort? Auschwitz, the concentration camp, ran by the Nazis in the 1930s and 40s. Could you imagine Germany making that a resort, having lit like a hotel, like making it the where the Jews, the rooms they slept in, turned them into hotel rooms, into a 4 or 5 star hotel. Could y'all imagine that? Could y'all imagine the outrage that the Jews would cause, and rightfully so? Could you imagine that? Just imagine that. Auschwitz Resort. You go over there, and it's like a 4 or 5 star hotel. Could you imagine the outrage by the Jews? That was our concentration camp. That was our concentration camp. The Nottoway Plantation, all these plantations. That was our concentration camp. Decades, centuries before the Holocaust in Europe. That's our Holocaust, and they're profiting off of it. And Allah's will was done, and He burnt that mother effer down. All praises are due to Allah, and I hope it burns down again. And there's shacks. While they were in the only way we could be in a big house if we were to cook for them, cook, nurse their babies. They sold black babies, but made our women nurse their babies. Their babies drunk the milk from black breasts. This is history. Black women nursed and fed white babies while their babies were being sold across the South. I have to pause. I just want y'all to think about that. Let that marinate. All across the South, black babies was being sold, and the black women are nursing white babies. That's why they call them mammy. That's what they call them, mammy. We cooked for them in a big house. The lights, what they said, the light skinned it, the light skinned it among us, because it was close to being white, but it wasn't white in the eyes of those devils. So they cooked for them, cleaned for them, entertained them. Boy, go over there and play that guitar, play that banjo. Boy, sing for me, boy, dance for me, boy. We were their entertainment. That's the only time we were allowed in the big house. Meanwhile, the darker complexion among us, myself included, dark-skinned folk, they were out in the fields, toiling, picking cotton, um, making making the wheels for the wagons, doing carpentry work, or not, or at that time mechanical work, working on the wagons, on the wheels, milking the cows, working out in the field. picking cotton, sugar cane, depending on what part of the South you were in, like Louisiana. That's what we were doing out there in that hot sun from Maryland to Texas. And they had the nerve to turn this into a 64-room resort, a resort, so people could just sleep there and 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 just have a great experience. Meanwhile, you're looking out and you seeing the shacks where the slaves used to sleep at, out about in the field. The spirit of the ancestors burnt that mother effer down, and all praise is due to Allah. I hope the remaining brick house burns down to the ground where they can't rebuild it. I hope another fire sparks where they can't rebuild that mother effer. It's just sinister and wicked and evil. But that's what we're dealing with. Savages. Savages. What manner of people would turn um a house of horrors into a resort? A resort. Again, I ask, could you imagine if Auschwitz was a resort? It wouldn't fly. It would not fly. But like I said a long time ago, and I will keep saying it, Black trauma is a $1 billion business. Black trauma is a $1 billion business. And people love cashing in on it. They love it. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now. Hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. It's a $1 billion business. But guess what? They're not gonna cash in on this because that sucker is closed. And I hope it's closed forever, ever, 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 ever. I hope it is. And I hope the remaining structure, I hope that sucker burn it down to the ground. Like what Django did with Candyland, it burnt to the ground. I hope this Nottoway House of Horrors burned down to the ground where they can't rebuild it. I saw the funniest of memes where people were barbecuing on the flames, like had meat. They had a one meme with Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman out there grilling some food, and one where people were roasting s'mores from the flames coming from the plantation. Just funny. And it was one with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan looking, and he had this look on his face where he's smiling, and in the background, the plantation burning down. So good, good. And not like I said, I hope the remaining structure burns down to the ground. I hope it burns down to the ground. The House of Horrors. But it's a resort. That's how savage these people are. This is why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said decades ago, we need to separate. We need to separate. This is what this is why he said that. We cannot live peaceably among uncivilized people. We've tried, we marched, we prayed, we voted, we got our head split to the white meat, all this. Marched, voted, prayed, protested, all the above, and it's gotten us nowhere. It's time for separation. On that note, I'm gonna hop off of here, but I just wanted to touch on this because I meant to speak on it. I meant to do a video about this earlier in the week, but I just got busy and I had forgot about it. But I said, let me talk about this, even though it's been almost a week. But I wanted to share my take on it. So hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I know there may be some who disagree with me, and that's fine. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. But in our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. Share this video, share it, share it, share it. Let's have this conversation. It's being had on social media, so let's continue it. Share this video as much as possible. Support my YouTube channel and my future projects. It'd be greatly appreciated. I need y'all love and support. I cannot do without that. So please continue to show the love and support for your brother. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please beware and be aware. Whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, on vacation, whatever the case may be, beware and be aware. We know that school is pretty much ending now. A lot of universities have had their graduations. Out here, school ends next week. I know in Detroit they have another couple more weeks, and no back east. So school is coming to an end. So with that being said, these children are going on summer vacation. So please, y'all, beware and be aware. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Y'all take care of yourselves. I may hop on here tomorrow. I'm not sure. But in any event, I will talk to y'all soon. Inshallah. Y'all have a blessed day and I love you. All right, take care. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.